Hey guys, and welcome to Project Zomboid, the only game where you can spawn in a burning building as a doctor, go into a car, make pipe bombs, and then drive into a zombie and just die. So let's get into it. Alright, so first thing you want to do when you load up your game, you want to press solo. I would always go with custom, especially if you're new to the game. Always spawn in Rosewood if you're new. The town is really small. Everything's close together since the town is small. You know, you don't have to go too far. There isn't too many zombies, so I would stay away from all these other ones, especially this one in the beginning. I would recommend that you put the zombie count a little bit lower and definitely in uniform because you'll get more like police zombies and you can loot them. The day length, it's all up to you how your play style is. So like if I wanted the days to be longer, I would put that to like a higher, like, you know, real time, obviously 23 hours, whatever's up to you, like all that. This I would put a little bit, not too far, because you don't want to go to winter, and I would just put it back by like a month, so you have more time to get ready for the winter. The start day, I'd do day 1. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but it should get the zombie count a little bit lower. The start time, I'd go 7 a.m. You get 2 hours more of the day. So all this stuff, so what you want to do, this is up to you. Eventually the water and electricity will shut off. So if you want to maybe get a more head start and like start building up, trying to get a generator, some water supplies going, I would definitely put the days a little bit higher if you think you won't have enough time. I would just keep it on normal. The helicopter event, so this event is really scary. A helicopter just starts flying over you. You need to stay inside. If you don't stay inside, then the helicopter is just going to follow you around and you're dead. Just like that, because all the zombies are going to come to you. So as soon as you know there's a helicopter, go hide, maybe go upstairs, hide somewhere that you can lock and stay there the whole day until the helicopter's gone. These are the traits. If you're new, I would definitely go with burglar. You can hijack cars, all that fun stuff. You're really quiet, as it says here, which is light-footed. So I would definitely start off with burglar, and then you just want to put on fast reader. Not fast reader, fast learner. Let's find that really quick. Fast learner is really good because you get more XP, and what that does is you'll level up faster and it'll make the game way easier. So you definitely want to put that on. I don't think there's anything else really. If you're playing multiplayer, I'd definitely get fast reader. It just makes everything way easier. So let's take a look at this here. Right here in the bottom right, we have negative 12 points. What that means is we need some negative points. So let's see here. I definitely go underweight because again, if you're playing solo, you can go to a gas station, eat a bunch of food, everything in the gas station, and then you'll be back to your like normal weight. You won't be underweight anymore. So I definitely always go underweight. Let's do that because this goes with this, because we're gonna be eating anyway. So, and then something for 3 points. There isn't anything. So let's just get something for 2 points. We can get, this is one of my favorite ones. So we spawned in our house. You gotta be very careful because these first few actions, you know, could get you killed. So make sure you're being very like quiet. You're not trying to alert anything. If the TV is on, make sure you turn it off. Curtains, you can close those. My door there doesn't have any curtains, so we're gonna avoid that. Just loot the whole house, you know, see if you can get anything. Tweezers are really important. It's a medical item. If you get glass in yourself, you need tweezers to get rid of them. So let's see. Don't pick up any of these. It's not important. We're just looking for anything like a can opener. Like this. This is a great starter item. I always make sure to grab the anything I can find, like something like that, you know, like maybe a pan like this. What is it called? Griddle pan. I saw a little pot in here. That would also work well. If there isn't any zombies outside, I would grab the curtains by left clicking on them. So you just want to remove the curtains and then you want to rip them into sheets. And what you can do is you can press this heart icon and then any of your body, if it's injured, you right click on that, and then it should say to bandage it. Over here, same thing. You can grab most clothing items in this game, just rip them apart, turn them into bandages, and that works really well, especially in the beginning. So if there's any food, if you can find like a pen or something, by pressing M on your map, you can mark where that food was, so you can come back later on and grab it. Let's turn over to shelter. So shelter is really important in this game because you need somewhere to stay, you need somewhere to store all your stuff, your guns, your vehicles, all that stuff. So a very nice place I like to stay in Rosewood is the fire department. You got fences pretty much all around you to get started. In the back here you have some trees you can cut down to bite you. So why this is a good place to stay, obviously you're in a good spot. You're far away from the main town, so no zombies would be caught lingering. If they are, I would definitely recommend getting rid of them as soon as you can. There's a bunch of room in this garage, maybe up to like 4 cars at least. A bunch of storage. If you have any windows, I would definitely put some rope on each one of them. How you make rope? Same way as you make bandages, by ripping up those clothes. Instead of ripping them up, you combine those like pieces of clothing. It should say craft sheets, something like that. You need a hammer and nails, I'm pretty sure. Hang that out the window, and then you can use the windows as an escape. Because remember, you can literally not control the zomboids in this game. They will find you, they'll harass you. You'll need to find a way out. So that is one of the best ways to get out. Obviously, if there's zombies downstairs, you don't want to be running all the way down. Now that's another great reason why you should have a 2-story building. You want to live on the second part. You don't want to trap yourself on the first floor, no way of getting out, if zombies do manage to get their way in, because they work in a group. Remember that. Alright, so now we are outside. The reason being is eventually, very soon, you're gonna get thirsty. Your character's not gonna survive long without water, and the water is gonna be turned off. So as soon as you can, I would start collecting trash bags. If you left click with a hammer, you can go into carpentry and then go down into, I think it's furniture, yeah. So you can make a basic rain collector barrel, or you can make one of these. I would recommend just sticking with these for now. You can get a lot of water with that. If you also grab a barrel, you can just put that outside. That works really well because it'll just collect the water for you. Now keep in mind, you do need to somehow decontaminate that water, whether it's in a microwave, because that works in this game, or in a fireplace, which you can make. I think in here you can make I think it's a fireplace. Yeah, right here. So you can decontaminate like that. Right across the street, you have a police station right here. Now these little zomboids are gonna ignore me. We're just gonna go inside. This is a great way. You want to make way into this place as soon as you can. After you get some water, maybe get a car with your burglary. Maybe you want to get a car with the trait you have, because this trait right here, it allows us to steal and hotwire cars really early. And once you have an axe or a sledgehammer, you can go back here and there is an armory. So maybe you want to park your car back here. Once you have one, pick this up, put it in your car, and bring it over to your fire station, put it upstairs. Now, another really important thing about this game is food. It's way easier to get than, food and water are really easy to get once you get used to it. Every single residential area will have probably some food, whether it's canned or not. But these buildings here, you can expect them to have some food, maybe some pastries, canned food. Always look out for canned food. So see here, we have some food. We can come over here, get rid of the zomboids. Be very careful, because in downtown areas like this, they go crazy. How do we get a car? So you want to go up to the car, press V on your keyboard, and you'll see a little menu like this. Make sure you're holding out a weapon. If you're not holding out a weapon when you do this, you'll definitely break your arm or something like that, you know, lacerate yourself. So you're gonna smash the window. Never do what I just did. Don't break the driver's side window because zombies can just like go in there if you're sleeping or something and just eat you. So I definitely go to the other side. Ignore what I did right there. Then you're just gonna do the same thing. You're gonna try and find this little box here. That means you can open the door. Smash the window. Go inside. Press V again. This will let you switch the seats in here. So you press V, switch seats. Change to the driver. This is your little, you know, your dash here. You got your speedometer, your key. You can open the trunk by this, open the doors. And now what you want to do, since you have this trait right here, make sure you have this trait on. It also says right here, because that is your occupation, you press V and you hotwire the engine. Now, it's literally almost impossible, but you can die from this. So just be careful for that. So once you hotwire it, if it even will let me, it'll look like this. And if we're lucky, it'll have gas in it. And I'm guessing it doesn't. Oh, it does. Alright, so that's how you know you have gas. Another way you can check, so just press this little area here. Always do this when you're getting out of your car or something. Just press that, turns off your car. Head to the front of the car, just press E, and this will open up the front of the car. You can check how much gas you have by looking at this in the bottom left here. That's your gas tank, and then it'll say the percentage of gasoline. So how do we read a map? Every single map that's not your own map, so if you find one, whether it's annotated or just a random map that says like the name of what town it is, it will have this little display here. You can take a picture of it, maybe write it down. So these are community service buildings. They're like police stations, fire departments, schools, churches, all that stuff. Retail and commercials, you have all your just your basic retail stores, you know, like a Home Depot. Obviously that's not in this game. Going to be like a hardware store, a gardening store, maybe a shopping center. Definitely stay away from those. I've had some bad experiences. Next is industrial. These are one of my favorites because once you have a good carpentry level, you can just go open up the crates in there, all that good stuff, a bunch of good stuff in there. Sledgehammers, probably you're gonna be most likely to find them in there. Residential, that's pretty straightforward. They're just houses. They're gonna be the most probably you see. You can find anything in there really if you're lucky. Restaurants and entertainment, this is also pretty straightforward. Restaurants, they usually have a few more zombies in residential buildings. It's not that I wouldn't really loot them. I mean, I don't really go over there. If you're lucky, maybe you'll get some food. Next is hospitality, also really straightforward. It's just not really a good place to be. Probably gonna be like a small motel like this here. Sure, you can sleep there, but a lot of zombies there. I would stay away. There's nothing really good. Medical, very, very, very self-explanatory. There's a little clinic. Usually I would stay away from these. Residential buildings, you're probably better off exploring, maybe killing a few zombies outside. You know, just finding some basic medical supplies isn't the best, because if you do get hurt, you're probably going to die anyway in this game. So if you want to risk it, sure. I mean, if you have some combat experience in this game, I don't see why not. Another really important thing to keep in mind in this game is that you're gonna need some skills, especially for that rain collector I was talking about earlier. You're gonna need a pretty high carpentry level. Now, there's many ways to do it. If you're playing by yourself for carpentry, I recommend going like into buildings, taking them apart. Do not do that online. I don't recommend it. Probably get beaten up for that. But yeah, simple ways, you know, maybe like taking apart some stuff. Same thing for electrical and metalworking. If you take apart like electrical stuff, metal stuff, all that. First aid, it's not that important. It's very underdeveloped in this game. I don't recommend doing anything with that. If you want to read like a manual or something so you can get like a head start, maybe like an XP boost, sure, go ahead, do that. because the only way you can do it is by treating yourself, and it doesn't really offer that much. So I would, if you're first starting out, I would definitely go with carpentry. Just level that up as soon as you can, you know. All this stuff comes with time. I would stay away from firearms too. Unless you're trying to like experiment, but if you're trying to like be really safe and cautious, I would stay away from firearms. If you do want to mess around with them, start off with shotguns, because you can literally not mess with shotguns if you're close range. That should level up your aiming, and then you can change to like pistols and stuff like that. Cooking, that's also pretty interesting. I didn't mess around with that too much, but obviously it's pretty self-explanatory. Grab a cooking book, and then for the XP boost, you can figure out some recipes with manuals. So now, how do you get those XP boosts? How do you learn how to do stuff? Because it's gonna take manuals and stuff like that to unlock, obviously, how to do stuff. How do you make pipe bombs? How do you fix my radio? Change my lights green? All that, you can find these commercial, sometimes commercial buildings, yeah, because you'll have a bookstore from time to time. So make your way in Rosewood. Be really careful, because this place is pretty big. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. The libraries in the schools are really nice. So how this works, there's two types of books in this game. There's these regular books. These all offer XP boosts. So if you take a look at this, this will give you a farming XP boost. This is the lowest level. It will display all of that. If you hover over something in this game, it will display what it offers. So it gives you an XP boost for skill levels 1 through 2. And then it goes up, you know. This offers entertainment, so I would recommend grabbing like 1 or 2 of those. These are manuals. They teach you how to make stuff. It says at the bottom, teaches recipe make metal walls. That's really good to have, especially if you're a metal worker. So that's pretty straightforward. Manuals teach you how to make stuff. Books are XP levels. They give you XP boosts. Books give you entertainment so you don't die of boredom. And some manuals also do that, like comic books. Last but not least, if you have a hammer, which I recommend looking for, you can find these survivor buildings here. Now, how you know they're a survivor building? They have planks outside. These can range from good stuff, you know, a bunch of weapons, ammo, food. There's usually like 1 to 5 zomboids inside. I recommend going for it, you know. Right off the bat, you have something good to look forwards to, build up your way inside somehow. Maybe just even ripping these off. So once you do manage to get these off, you can get them off with a hammer. You can go inside. See, these zomboids are dead, but there is one in the back here, so we're just going to sneak up on him. You know, we can crouch or something like that. Oh, you did not see it. Just put them out of their misery. How do you know that the zomboids are dead? You'll hear that noise. If you hear that noise of explosion, you know the zomboid's dead. So yeah, look around. Let's see if we can find this guy's stash. There should be, oh, right here, a stash. Perfect. We got a hammer, garden fork, maybe like a good tool, good weapon right here. This also helps you out with like pipe working. You can connect sinks with rain collectors. The shovel, you can bury zomboids in this game. So definitely be careful with lingering bodies, because you can get sick from lingering bodies like this, because flies will come over, obviously. What I do not recommend is obviously burning the bodies. I had a very bad experience with that, and I died with all my stuff. So if you want to mess around with that, go ahead. There's some ammo in here. Sometimes, if you're lucky, there'll be an even bigger stash in the ground, so make sure you keep an eye out on the floorboards. Another thing you want to do, I hear a little zombie in here. When you're fighting a zomboid, always walk backwards. Oh, Jesus Christ, I almost just had a heart attack. So if you're fighting a zomboid, this is how you want to do it. You want to walk in front, make sure if there's multiple, you gather them around. You can outwalk these guys. That's how slow they are. And make sure when you hit them, walk back. Even if it's slow like this, just walk back. It saved me millions of times. I promise it'll save you. Hope you guys liked it. See you in the next one.